Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for December 10th, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in Europe, where the transatlantic relationship is being put to the test. The national rally leader in France, Jordan Bardella, has expressed concerns about mass immigration, but is wary of seeking to cultivate mega contacts. Meanwhile, Hungary's foreign minister, Péter Szijjártó, has spoken of working on a patriotic revolution to make Europe great again. In our second story, we've been examining the transformation of the U.S. citizenship and immigration services under the current administration. The agency has undergone significant changes, with morale at an all-time low among employees and concerns that the focus is shifting from providing services to immigrants to enforcement. Lastly, in Australia, a major expenses scandal has embroiled several high-ranking federal politicians, including Sports Minister Anika Wells and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. There are growing calls for a comprehensive overhaul of the parliamentary expenses system, with transparency advocates arguing that the current rules are too lax and open to abuse. As these stories continue to unfold, we'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing in-depth analysis. The question on everyone's mind is, what do these changes mean for the future of Europe, the United States, and Australia? We'll be exploring these questions and more in the coming days. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and know it's right now. Firstly, we've been following the complex and often tumultuous relationship between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump. In a recent reflection on his time at the White House as the head of the Office of Innovation, also known as DOGE, Musk shared his thoughts on reducing government waste. However, their relationship has been marked by public feuds and criticisms, with both figures having exchanged words on various issues, including tax legislation and federal subsidies for Tesla and SpaceX. In another significant development, we've been reporting on the ongoing situation in Ukraine, where the question of holding elections during wartime has sparked intense debate. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's approval ratings have taken a hit, with many Ukrainians opposing the idea of holding an election without a stable peace settlement in place. The issue of ensuring voters' safety is also a major concern, with analysts saying that only a full commitment to interfere militarily if Russia were to violate a ceasefire could guarantee security. Lastly, we've been covering the reaction to the United States' newly published National Security Strategy, which has sparked a heated debate among world leaders. The strategy warns of civilizational erasure in Europe and has drawn strong responses from European leaders, including British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who emphasized that Europe is strong and united behind Ukraine and committed to upholding its values of freedom and democracy. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing global politics today. We'll continue to provide you with in-depth analysis and expert insights to help you make sense of these developments. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we're discussing the surprise departure of Todd Combs from Berkshire Hathaway to join J.P. Morgan as the head of its new $10 billion national security fund. This move marks a significant shift for Combs and has sparked speculation about Berkshire's future investment strategy. In other news, gold prices have taken a breather after an impressive run, leaving investors wondering what's next. Analysts predict fresh strength in January, citing historical seasonal patterns that suggest gold is due for a surge during this period. The CME Group's new 1-ounce gold futures contract offers retail investors an attractive way to participate in the market. Lastly, we touched on the topic of gifting cryptocurrency, emphasizing the importance of education and responsible investing practices as the world of digital assets continues to evolve rapidly. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. We've explored a range of topics, from space exploration to technological innovation and sustainability. Firstly, researchers studying data from NASA's Curiosity rover have made a remarkable discovery that could change our understanding of Mars's history. They've identified thin, repeating sedimentary layers in the Gale crater, which may be evidence of tidal activity caused by a long-lost moon. This finding has significant implications for our understanding of Mars's geological history and the potential for life on the red planet. We've also delved into the world of innovative projects that are redefining sustainability and technological advancement. The Populous Eco Hotel, designed by Studio Gang, is pushing the boundaries of environmentally conscious design with features like windows inspired by aspen trees and lower carbon concrete. Additionally, Zipline's autonomous drone delivery system has begun serving thousands of customers in the Dallas area, expanding its reach from medical supplies to retail and food delivery. Furthermore, we've looked at the introduction of Willow, a breakthrough in developing robust error correction for quantum computers. This innovation has significant implications for solving complex problems that are currently unsolvable with traditional supercomputers. Lastly, we've discussed the importance of digital literacy in the age of AI, with a new initiative launched to provide training and education for workers looking to upskill and reskill. This program aims to help individuals develop critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills to thrive in an increasingly automated workforce. These stories demonstrate how human ingenuity can drive positive change and highlight the importance of acknowledging and supporting innovative projects that prioritize sustainability, community, and technological advancement. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we took a closer look at the NFL midseason report cards, where surprises and disappointments abound. Teams like the Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams are exceeding expectations, while others, such as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Atlanta Falcons, are struggling to find consistency. In our second story, we shone a spotlight on an extraordinary group of young women competing in the NCAA women's volleyball tournament. Many of these talented athletes have famous fathers who excelled in professional sports, including NFL and NBA legends like Tim Duncan, Joe Juravicius, and Patrick Ewing. We explored how their family legacies are influencing their success on the court. Lastly, we touched on the University of Wisconsin's athletic program, highlighting Carter Booth, whose father Calvin Booth played in the NBA. We also mentioned the next generation of athletes, including daughters of sports icons like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Garnett, who may follow in their father's footsteps and excel in sports. And remember, in the world of sports, family legacies can be a powerful force, shaping the successes of tomorrow's champions. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the tragic loss of 2 young lives in Kabulbank, victims of a brutal attack rooted in youth gang culture. The story of Sholachik and Dawa Kwei serves as the catalyst for addressing the underlying issues, driving such violence, and underscores the need for rehabilitation and community support to create a safer society. In another segment, we celebrated the partnership between the Canadian Society for Civil Engineering and the University of Toronto Press. This collaboration aims to amplify the impact of civil engineering on our daily lives, showcasing human ingenuity and the desire to improve our surroundings through innovative solutions and a commitment to excellence. Lastly, we touched upon the story of Missy, although it seems there was an error, and that story wasn't included in the provided texts. Instead, we had a detailed look at the aftermath of the gang violence incident and the importance of addressing youth gang culture. These stories remind us of the complexities of our world, from the challenges of violence and gang culture to the triumphs of human creativity and perseverance in fields like civil engineering. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's dive into a quick recap of our top stories from the past few days. First off, we've got the scoop on the latest beauty trend that's taking the world by storm, a viral lip liner that's become a staple in many celebrities' makeup routines. From its creamy formula to its versatile uses, this product is a must-try for any beauty enthusiast. In other news, comedian Andy Dick was hospitalized after being found unresponsive, And reality TV star Jen Shah has been released from prison after serving nearly 2 years for her involvement in a nationwide telemarketing fraud scheme. We're also keeping an eye on Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton's relationship, as they seem to be going strong despite split rumors. And finally, the Metropolitan Museum of Art has announced its star-studded lineup of co-chairs for the upcoming Met Gala, featuring Beyoncé, Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and Anna Wintour. With this year's exhibition exploring the relationship between fashion and the human body, we can expect an unforgettable night of glamour and creativity. Tune in tomorrow for more updates and news from the world of entertainment. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the intriguing world of animal relationships, where a surprising study revealed that humans rank alongside meerkats in terms of monogamy, with 79% full siblings. This research sheds new light on the evolution of human monogamy and suggests that our species has taken a unique path in terms of mating behaviors. Next, we delved into the plight of California's wildlife, particularly the struggle of sea otters and the impact of climate change on their habitats. However, it seems that story was not included in tonight's selection, so let's move on to our final story. Lastly, we celebrated the achievements of 5 extraordinary individuals and organizations who have been recognized as champions of the Earth by the United Nations Environment Programme. These remarkable awardees are making a real difference in the world, from policy leadership to entrepreneurial vision, science, and innovation. We honored the memory of Manfredi Caltagirone, who was posthumously awarded for his lifetime contribution to reducing methane emissions, and highlighted the outstanding work of the Pacific Islands, students fighting climate change, Supriya Sahu, Mariam Isufu, and the Amazon Institute. These stories remind us that the natural world has much to teach us about our relationships, social structures, and our place within the evolutionary landscape. As we strive for a more sustainable future, it's essential that we recognize and celebrate the achievements of these environmental champions. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.